Alright gang, about to do a rear disc conversion on my 1988 Honda Civic wagon. Both rotors, EF parts brackets, the newer updated version, 92 Integra DA rear rotors, 92 Integra DA rear calipers. Got my wagon right here, fully built GSR, all-wheel drive, and it goes really well. My issue I'm having is stopping, and the issue is most likely the rear drum brakes. So I'm going to jack this bad boy up, start taking it apart to convert it to rear disc brakes. Let's do it, see what we can do. Alright, let's do it. Got the rear drum off on the passenger, brakes, tire. Got the rear tire off on both sides. And I can start assembling it. Got the True Hearts Omni Pro drag coilovers. And hopefully everything goes smooth, man. I'm just slowly but surely taking apart the drum brakes. So once I get this clip off, and I'll be able to remove the e-brake out of there, and then I'm going to access these bolts back here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have to leave this hub on though, because on RT four-wheel drive models, this is pressed into the bearing, and then the axle helps keep it all together. So I'm going to remove this bad boy right here and these bolts, and I should be able to use a grinder to cut this back plate off to eliminate this whole plate and everything. Let's see. Let me start working at it more. Alright, the easy part is taking out these bolts through the holes of the hub. I was going to pull this off, but this is attached to this, so there's no really need because I'm going to cut this off anyway. So I don't got to remove the hub because the hub's pressed in the bearing. Now all these are removed. This should be pretty loose. I believe that's all the bolts. So let me beat this with a hammer and see if it's loose. Something's holding it on still, but let me give it a few more whacks. Alright, so now I got this piece loose with my hammer. I'm going to try to not remove the hub because on RT four-wheel drives, like I said, the hub is pressed into the bearing and then held all together with the nut of the axle. So I'm going to take my Dremel here and try to Dremel inside here and split it and cut the half of the bracket cut off, starting on this half over here. Got my umbrella for the sun. Let me get this piece off, keeping this all on so I don't lose the brand new bearing I got and messing with the hub. Once I get this off, it's on. I can bolt the bracket on, start dremeling out the back here for the caliper to clear, and then I'm removing the brake line. Cut these bad boys in half, this way I didn't have to remove my rear drum. I didn't have to remove my rear hub, and I'm going to clean all this up because the cable's leaking. I'm just going to bend this out the way because I'm eliminating that whole line anyway. My Integra DA rear brake lines, which I have ordered. So let me clean this up. About the brackets right here. One says left, one says right. I'm assuming this is left. And I must test fit them. Let's see where I got to shave up here for this caliper to clear. I test fitted the caliper right here like this, and I marked where it's hitting at on the trailing arm. So I'm going to shave it out with the Dremel so they clear. I don't have the e-brake cable on now. I'm going to customize this bracket when I get the e-brake cables, so I don't have to cut a big huge chunk out the back, so I can reroute the cables a different way. So I dremeled off a little spot like this. I just outlined it so you can get an idea how much I'm going to cut off. Retest fit the piece and see if it clears. So let me get that rest of that dremeled off real fast. Then I'll see what's up. I pretty much got the clear right there, one side bolted in, just with that little bit cut off right here. So what this spot right here is hitting on the bracket. This right here, where the rear disc bracket goes for the e-brake cables. I'm not cutting it up more to where these bolt, because I believe these bolt on here like this. And then, you know, I'm not cutting all this shit up for this to clear. So I'm gonna nip the edge of this bracket off right here. The edge of this, since I don't need it, so it clears. And then when I run... Okay, so I cut off the bracket for the e-brake. This part right here, since I'm not fitting this on there. And I'm gonna route my way and secure them a different way. So let's see how it fits. Okay, so now it clears since I cut off that bracket. It's in there secure, it's on there. I'm gonna put my rotor on and tighten everything up and see how it fits. Got this side complete, notched out and cut, and all ready to go together. I just ordered my rear brake lines I need to put on, and I'll hope for them e-brake cables. I put my bracket on, red Loctite this. I put the back piston on, marked where it's going to hit. I'm going to grind it out, refit it. I also shaved off this side e-brake bracket, which I don't need because I'm going to run them around and down through here like I did the other side. Let's do it. So it looks like running the brake caliper this way without the bracket is a success. I still have to run my brake lines and bleed the brakes, but I only had to cut out a small section of the caliper and the bracket area to clear. I'm going to wind up zip tying these to this hard core with some metal zip ties to keep more tension on it. And yeah, let me get my brake lines in and continue on. But got this side done, looking very nice. And I got this side done, ran the same way, same notch cut out and all. Car's gonna be a ripper, guys. She's gonna have all the stopping power now. Got the wheels in the back. Let me clean up till them brake lines come in. Alright, so I got some 92 Integra DA stainless steel brake lines. I ran them under the axle, down and around. So under the axle, down and around, up to the stock brake line. And e-brake cables ran. I had to put a little bend right there on both sides, as you can see. Stock fuel line. I gotta eventually get rid of them. Then run A end all the way to the back to the fuel pump, to the fuel filter, to the return and all, to the fuel cell. But yeah, I got them on both sides. About to have a friend here help me bleed them. And I zip tied these really well to that to keep this from moving when I use the e-brake. Worst case scenario, I'll mount this bracket up with the brackets that came with it and bolt it to here, or you know, I'll think of something.
TikTok.
Alright, so put this down here, Lou. So you have to move this middle bracket back a bolt for the e-brake to get tight enough to stop the wheels from spinning, because the cable's too long with the slack. One bolt should be good enough. If you're really worried about it, put spacers and drill another one under here, or beat this flat. But yeah, you have to move this middle back for your e-brake to lock up if you want the rear disc Integra DC cables to work.
Just in case. Oh my God.